Hi folks, welcome to Watercolor Secrets. I'm Alan James, the host of Watercolor Secrets. Have you always wanted to improve your watercolor skills but didn't know how? People always said, it's the hardest medium there is. Well, you come to the right place. Here on Watercolor Secrets, I show you everything you need to know to master the skills of watercolor art. So get your gear together and let's get started. Welcome folks, I'm Alan James from Alan James Art. We're going to do today a special painting. I'm going to show you how to do this painting right here in just 15 minutes. So this is in an impressionistic way. This is an impressionistic class that I teach. So how can we do something like this in 15 minutes? The whole idea behind impressionism is what? We don't do details. And as Bookvich would say, indicate, never state. And I adhere to that. So that's the beauty of doing this. You allow the viewer to actually finish the painting. You're not putting in every eyelash, every detail, every window in the buildings. We're putting in the gist of, so that when you look at it, it's got a charm to it that hyper-realistic paintings just can't give you. All right, and I think I can pull this painting up over here. Yeah, there it is. So we can have it as we go, okay? And then you can see my water is down here. I'm just going to use a little flat brush for this. You can use any brush you want. For the cars, at least, I'm going to do the flat brush. And then maybe the other ones will do, the other part of the painting, we'll do it with a bigger brush, okay? So here I go. I have this. For some reason, I keep putting my thumbprint all over the place. I'm going to just start with a simple car by doing the windshield first. I'm just going to go and make a rectangle, right? Like that. I'm going to flare out the rectangle left and right. Okay? And then for the body of the car, I'm just going to make a bigger rectangle. Maybe a little darker than that. I'm going to come and leave a little highlight underneath where the windshield meets the body of the car. I'm just going to put like 3 brush strokes down like this, okay? And tire, I'll just turn the brush and make a fat tire. That's a beard, isn't it? Fat tire. Do you ever have that beard? And then underneath will be a shadow, okay? I could do another car. Let's make it, we'll give it a little bit of a reflection in the window there, okay? So then I'll do a smaller, the same car, but it's in front of this car. So it's the same car, and it's going to be, the top of the car will be exactly the same as the other one, but the bottom will change now, okay? The feet of the car will be a little bit higher. That tells you that the car is in front. All right, so I'll take a little bit of out of there to look like a reflection. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have 2 cars in there now. I'll make a 3rd car right about here, and we don't know how big we want to make this. We'll make it. There's one. There it is. I'll make this other. There's this here, and you can see it's just like 3 brush strokes, 4 brush strokes. And then turn the brush to make the tires. And then turn the brush again, use the thin part. And now you're making a shadow underneath. Isn't that neat? Car. So the car is going to have, if it's driving away from us, we're just going to simply use red. This case, this is Pyrol red. I'll put that in. Like that, like that, like that, like that. Let's get another one. And like that, okay? And then that tells you instantly that it's going the other way. We don't have a whole bunch of detail. Now what we could do if we want these to like show like a little bit of bits of rays coming out of it, we get a spray bottle and we give it a flyby, and that'll let it dissolve. Don't do too much of that because then the whole card dissolves, like you can see. All right, so we got that down there. I'm just going to go ahead and dry this off. Okay, sorry about the noise. And I'm going to do now the side building over here. So I'll just get a big brush like this, and I'll get whatever. It doesn't matter what color. You know, colors really are not the most important thing in painting. It's the values that are more important. I'm just going to do a dark value over here. Maybe there's a side of the building sticking out. Coming over here like this. So we have this really dark value. Why dark value? Because it's going to come closer. The darker the value, the closer it's going to be. And I'll just dissolve this into nothing here so we don't see it. All right, so we got this building there. Now I'm going to get a bigger brush. Here, what's this brush? Use this brush. All right, so I'm just going to do now let me clean this area up over here. I'm just going to do the distant buildings in the back. So that's just noodling. It's just noodling. Let me dry this off again over here too. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab French Ultramarine here with this brush. This is a quill brush. It's made out of squirrel. It's actually shedding. I don't know if I want to use this brush. This is terrible. Wow. Never ending. Let's see. All right, so we got this. I'll put a little red in that to give it a little bit of a violet color. And then I'll just come in and I'm just going to scribble. Okay, I'm going to come down like this. Add a little more water to that, make it lighter in value. And just going to do what I call noodling. It's like, let's use a different brush. This brush is, I'm just going to use a regular brown brush on this. That one's holding a little too much water and I'm not being able to control it. All right, so I'm switching brushes. It's okay to do that. Switch right in the middle. I'll leave a little white highlight at the top. Like that, there we go. Bring that down. The top of the cards, I'll leave a little white highlight. Come in, and I'm just going to use like the belly of the brush on some of this too. So, what do I mean by that? I use this side as the belly of the brush, because I want some of the patina of this to in and out kind of a feeling. So if I do that, that's what will happen. I'll make a little, maybe a dome. There's always a dome in these buildings, in these cities. I always like doing the dome. Okay, maybe it has a little outcropping of the dome. There we go. Nice. It'll come up maybe like that, right up to the top up here. And again, I'll just use the belly of the brush. You come down like this. And don't take too long. And I have my air conditioner on. You can probably hear it a little bit, unfortunately, but there's no way around it. I'm going to screw it there. And maybe there's some things sticking up here and there. You don't know what they are. Antennas. So this has spire on the top. Okay. And I'll just come straight down through here. And now we have a building on the right hand side. If you remember, there's this business over here. The angle of just dropping this in, nice and dark. Okay, maybe this outcropping here, and we'll come down and just let water take it down. Right there, like that. Straight down. Okay. There we go. Boom. Now this over here is a hard edge I don't want, so I'm just going to take that and let that blend with water. We don't have any hard edges. Some hard edges are going to be good, and that's usually we wait till the jewelry stage for the hard edges. Okay, we just connect all that right here. Leave these white marks underneath the card. That helps describe the car better. So now while it's still wet, I can add some more color into this building. Okay. And then I'll leave this one lighter, and maybe I'll even come in a little bit like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so darker through here, and we got a little angle going on here, and later when it dries a little bit more, I'll show you what else we can do with that, okay? There we go, that's a beauty right there. So you can see this thing coming together, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and while this is drying, I can do some scratching in this thing. So this is probably already too dry over here, but over here maybe, if I put the air dryer on low, there's a trick you can do here where you can scratch it and then there you go. These maybe are windows. Okay, a couple of windows. Then you get the sense that there's a building there. Okay, I'll dry that completely now. All right, so we've got a good chunk of this in. We'll put some jewelry in this thing. Maybe there's telephone poles. Maybe there's people. Let's put a person in there. Okay, person. Person's just going to be. Believe it or not, I'm going to use Pyrol red for his face, and I'll put him walking next to the car. I'll put him right about here. He's going to be slightly taller than the car. So here's the guy's face. It's just a mark, okay? And then, if you look at on my Alan James art videos, you can see me showing you how to do people. But I'll show you right here what I do. I put a dot, and then I put the number 11, like that. And I V-shape it in. So you have like a little collar there, and then I put a little V for an elbow. That's maybe he's walking with his hands in his pockets, and then a line for a leg, and another line for a leg, one shorter than the other. Let's make that a little longer. We can make it a woman. Let's make it a woman just by giving it a little swagger, like that. It's a woman now, and I'll put a little hair on her head. She's looking that way now because I put all the hair on one side. If I give her a ponytail, you're definitely going to know it's a woman. Okay? And that's just little bits of paint. Okay? Look, here's one brush stroke. There's a license. A tag. Okay? A tag, if you will. Okay? One brush stroke. A bumper. Want to put a bumper in? One brush stroke. Watch. See that? One brush stroke, not 100 brush strokes. We don't need all that. Maybe there's a darker area in the windshield. You'll see that a lot where there's a lighter area and a darker area. Okay? In the windshield. Very nice. There we go. And you could do little jewelry in there to help describe it even more. So what if I just put a little border around the edge here? That would help describe the thing just a little bit better, wouldn't it? You got to know. So you learn these things as you go, okay? This is why I'm here. I mean, you can try on your own, and that's fine. But it's knowing where to put highlights, like that, and accents in, like these. I'm going to do a few jewelry things in here. I'll put street lights and some traffic lights. Start with the street lights. So I'm just going to put this right here like this. I'll just put it, let's see, right like this. That didn't hold a lot of paint. Good. And then cross. And there'll be another one maybe here. Maybe the flagpole coming out like this. Put a little American flag on that. American flag, I'm just going to use cobalt blue for the blue part of the flag. Just make like a rectangle. And then for the stripes, I'll just use red. In this case, this is Pyrol orange. It looks like red. And I'll just do some stripes. And the white of the paper will be the white. Okay? There's my flag. And we got the person in there. What else can we add in there? Well, we can add some directional lines in there. So what if I put, you know, where the sidewalk is actually going? Okay. And over here, we can go over here like this. There's basically look how nice and easy that was, guys. We'll give some reflections to the lady. Maybe there's a little bit of a reflection. Can't really see. There's run out of paper over here. Okay, so there's your cars. There's your cityscape. A simple cityscape done in 15 minutes. Now you could do the same thing, by the way. Okay. Let's just say if when you walk back to, if you wanted, you're looking at it and you say there's something missing, well, highlights at the end of the painting are always a good thing. So I was smart enough to leave the white of the paper on that one, but I didn't do that for the lady. So I'll just take some gouache and give her a highlight on the shoulders and on the top of the head. And watch what that does. All of a sudden, she stands out. Isn't that amazing? Look what we got here. Look at that. Okay, no details, but you know what you're looking at. All right, over and out. I'll talk to you next time on Alan James Art. Ciao, Bella. Hi, folks. If you enjoyed this tutorial and want to learn more secrets to mastering the art of watercolor, then head on over to alanjamesart.com and click on the Classes and Workshop menu. Okay, choose the option for Studio and Zoom classes to get yourself started. And that'll bring you right over, and you have all these options here to get yourself started. Okay, now if you can't make the studio for some reason, then I've got two great options for you as well. Option one is we run a Zoom class every Tuesday for the last 4 years. It runs at 10 a.m. You just click on the same drop-down menu and choose the same option. It'll bring you to the same window. It's the same for both, okay? Now option two is my online academy. It's called Watercolor Secrets, the Watercolor Complete course for beginner to advanced studios. Simply go over to the same Classes and Workshop tab and drop down to the second option, Online Academy. Hit that, and that brings you right over to Watercolor Secret Courses with Alan James, Watercolor Complete. Now this class is a complete class from beginners and all the way to advanced. And on here you'll find everything you need. Course descriptions you can click on. We have the materials you're going to need. We have Composition 101, values, edges, color, shapes, drawing, and brushstrokes. These are all segments of this class. All your requirements and the complete description is here as well. All you have to do after that is go over to Add to Cart to get started on your journey to becoming the best artist you can possibly be. So, thank you for joining me on Alan James Art. I'll see you next time around. Ciao, Bella. For more free tutorials, just simply go to alanjamesart.com and click on the Free Lessons tab.